Google Draw to create graphics for your real estate listings. I'm going to jump right into it. So most of us go in to start with Gmail when we access Google. If you log into your Gmail account and go up to the Google Apps button on the top right, click on it, go to Drive. I'm going to review what we went over today. Okay, the first thing we went over today is we talked about creating a folder so that whatever graphics we create, we can find. I created a folder just called My Listings in my Drive. The way you do that is by clicking New Folder and then giving it a name. It's always good to name things as soon as you create them in Google. So once you create a folder, name it whatever you want. You can double click it to open it up. So here's where all of our graphics are going to get created and filed and organized. The next step is to access Google Draw. The way you do that is go back over to the New button, create New, scroll down to More, on mine anyway, and click Google Drawings. All right, so it opens up a blank canvas. And this blank canvas is untitled, so I'm going to go ahead and title that blank canvas by clicking on the title at the top left. And I'm going to call it 20 Bog Road. All right, there's the name of my new graphic. All right, so here's your blank canvas. Up here you have some options. You can use these icons to insert text, images, shapes, lines, whatever you want. We're going to go ahead and access images. We're going to choose an image to upload. Let's see if I can find anything good. I'm going to go into this folder. I'm going to choose okay, we're going to pretend this is a picture of a house. Any picture. So you could do the front picture of a house. If it's a lakeside property, you could do a picture of the dock. I'm just clicking on the image and I'm able to move it around, and you'll see these red light lines highlight as I move the image around. That's just showing you where the middle points and the lined up points are as you move that image around your canvas. I'm actually going to do a square image because one thing we didn't get to go over is posting what you create to social media. So I'm going to do a square image, and we're going to post this to Instagram after. So in order to get my canvas to match the size of my image, you can do a couple things. The easiest thing is just to click on the canvas on the background white part, transparent part over here, and drag from the bottom corner until it resizes to the size you want. So once you get it to the size you want, it can be a rectangle if you're going to post someplace else, but on Instagram, as we all know, images are square. So now I have my basic image of the lakeside property that I sold, and I'm going to add some text. So you click on the text, you click and drag on your image, and you add a text box. I'm going to go ahead and type just sold. I'm going to align it in the center using the alignment there. You can also align it within the text box, top of the box, middle of the box, bottom of the box. I'm going to go ahead and put it right in the middle of the box. And I'm going to highlight it and change the size of the text. I'm clicking on just some pretty basic tools that you should all be pretty familiar with. So there's just sold. I'm also going to change the type of text. So here's some text typeface that I have, some fonts, I'm sorry, that I've loaded up into my Google account, which is accessible through all the Google apps that allow you to type text. If you want to add more fonts, you can go down to the bottom and click More Fonts. And you can browse the whole library of Google fonts. And once you click them, you'll see that they'll turn blue or something similar with a check mark next to it. And you can click OK, and it'll add it to your list of available fonts. I'm going to go ahead and add something fun. There we go, just sold. I'm going to bold it, and I'm going to change the color. I'm also going to make it a little bigger. Now, if it's too big for your text box, you can resize your text box. If you want to move your text box around, just mouse over it until you see the 4 arrows that allow you to grip and move it to wherever you want. There we go. So the fun thing about this is that you can use different fonts, you can use different sizes, you can change the color, you can pretty much customize it to however you want. So now I'm going to add another text box, and I'm going to put some information in it. So maybe you want to write your name. We'll write, this is 20 Bog Road, Plymouth, Massachusetts. Again, I'm going to align it in the center, and then in the center of the box. And I'm going to write my contact information. Now, you can imagine that you can write pretty much anything that you want in here. Write a message to the homeowners that just sold, and send it to them as like a congratulations on Instagram, whatever you want. I'm going to change this font to make it something kind of fun. I'm going to bold it and maybe make it a little bit bigger. Again, so if it doesn't fit the way you want, you can resize the text box. That's a little too big. There we go. Now, the fun thing about this, too, is you can fill the text box. So if you go up here to the fill, and you fill it, let's say, with white, you can also change the transparency of that white fill. So if you click on this, your fill bucket, and go to custom, this right here is the transparency slider. We can make it nice and fancy. So you can make it semi-transparent. You can still see your image through it. There's so many things that you can do with this. And again, you can add as many text boxes as you want. You can do pretty much whatever you want. You can add a logo. Let's see if I have a logo to add. Google Drive. You can add from Drive, you can add from your computer, you can pretty much add from anywhere. All right, I'm going to go into, let me go back. I want the transparent logo that we demonstrated earlier today. There it is, right there. All right, so you can save that transparent logo on your computer and just browse for it and upload it. I'm going to make it maybe a little bit smaller, right in the middle. So you can get as creative as you want with your images. And remember, I made this one square because we're going to now post to Instagram. Now, Instagram is only a phone app, so I'm going to show you how to download this and email it to yourself, so that from your phone you can open up your email, save this image to your phone, and then just post it from your gallery on your phone right into Instagram. So what you want to do after you're done is do File, Download as JPEG. There's a bunch of different ways you can do this, but I find that this is the easiest way if you're not sort of a uber Google user. All right, so this downloaded to my download folder. You can take a look at it if you want. So that looks pretty good. I mean, imagine what you can do with it. You could do a kitchen, you can do the front of the house, you can do a backyard, pretty much do whatever you want. So that looks good. All right, so now I'm going to go over to my email. I'm going to compose an email to myself. Just reminding myself what it is. I'm going to attach a file. All right, so it goes to my downloads. So here it is, the JPEG. Attach it to my email. And now I've emailed it to myself. So now I can access it from my phone. It's just a regular JPEG like any other photo. Like I said, there's a bunch of different ways. You could load it right up into your Google folders, and you could access it that way from your phone if you're sort of a more advanced Google user. Also from here, so now that I've saved this as a JPEG onto my computer, I can go over to Facebook, and I can post that to Facebook as well. So anything that you save as a JPEG, you can post up to Facebook. So I could say, just sold, congratulations, call me if you are interested in listing your home. Whatever you want. Be sure to put in contact info if you do that. Browse for the photo. There it is. Click on it. Open it up. Go ahead and post it. There it is. Now you can do this on your personal profile. Of course, you should be doing it on your business page. I'm going to delete that because I didn't really sell that. But you get the picture. So once you save it as a JPEG or save it as pretty much any file type that you need, you can email it to yourself. You can upload it to any social media site. You can post it to Instagram. You can tweet it. Whatever you normally do with images. So creating your own graphics in Google Drawing is super easy. You can have full control, almost as much as anything. Photoshop, you know, anything. And you can make it look really good. You can add different fonts and colors, whatever you want. All right, so that's what I have for you today. Have a great day. I'm sorry about the glitches earlier. Enjoy.